Angry Angel will fix your fucking hell. You ever had a cabinet door that's falling off or it doesn't close properly because it's too old or something like that? I'm going to show you how to fix that. If you're too cheap to go buy new cabinets, it's super easy. Probably take you about 15 minutes each door. All right, let's get going. All right, so let's get it going. Let's take this door off. Should be 2 screws that hold these doors up. Super simple. Use a drill gun. Just be able to take them off and lay the door on its face in a workable area. You remember, these doors are going to take up a lot of space, so try to be in an area where you can work. So this door looks like it's been taken off and put on a few times. You can see there's multiple holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some wood matches and we're going to fill them. Super simple idea. It's kind of life hack that I was taught by my mother. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the match and we're going to dip it in some wood glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to force it into the hole. You don't have to do this. I do this because they're so close together, it potentially might break the hole when you put in the screw again. So I like just filling everything up. Yeah, it's an extra step. Probably take you a few minutes to do. You probably wait longer for the glue to dry than do anything. So we have about 4 holes here, and I'll fill up all 4 holes just so we can get moving here. So why I glue the matches is because when it dries, it creates like a complete bond with the wood. If I just stuck them in and broke them off, it wouldn't be a complete bond, and potentially could loosen up the screw. So this, I know it's in 100%. It's going to solidify and pretty much adhere to the entire hole. So once you put the last match in, wait until it dries. Probably take an hour and a half, 2 hours. So while we're waiting until the glue dries, we're going to work on the hinges on the door. So first thing is, let's get rid of these old ones. Now, they're going to create a lot of metal dust. It's from the rubbing of the springs and the clamping and all that other nonsense garbage. So, it's going to get pretty dirty. So you might want to get a wet rag just to kind of clean up after it, or maybe even a small little shop vac to kind of suck up all that metal shaving. You don't want it on the floor if you have pets and stuff like that. The dog or the cat might lick it up or step in it and could really harm them. So make sure you clean your area and you make sure it's all safe. So these hinges are about 35 years old, so they're probably in there and they're probably tight. So you might need a screwdriver to help you pry these up. 35 years is kind of a long time, so you might have to finagle it a little bit, but just try not to damage the face of the cabinet, because that's really what's important. If you start damaging that, then you might as well go buy new cabinet doors at this point. And one day I'll get this. Hey, there you go. So remember what I said about the wet rag? I'm making sure I'm cleaning out the area. It's a good opportunity to clean the cabinet doors too, because how many people really clean the inside of a cabinet? So as I'm cleaning, let's talk about hinges. There's different types of hinges. The ones that you need would vary depending on what you have. So I would suggest you take one hinge off, go to a local hardware store and figure out what you need. My hinges are actually concealed cabinet hinges. They're not self-closing because the other ones weren't, so I just got the standard. So a pack of 2 roughly cost me about $7. So it's really inexpensive actually. Unfortunately, the screw spacings are off, so I have to drill new screw holes. It's not the end of the world, but it's a pain in the ass. It's going to take an extra step. So what I'll do is I'll line them up, make sure they're pretty straight, and then I'll just mark it with a pencil so I could get ready to make the screw hole. So anything dealing with a cabinet, I highly suggest you pre-drill all your holes, because you could potentially crack any type of finish or the wood, and you could really jeopardize the whole cabinet structure. So what I'll do is I'll take a drill bit out and I'll size it up to the screw. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a drill bit slightly smaller in diameter of the screw. Remember, you're just here to pretty much poke a hole for it to start. So after, what I'll do is I'll line up the screw with the depth, and I'll use a piece of tape to kind of tape it off to know how deep I need to go. It's pretty much just a marker, so I know how deep. Other than that, I mean, if you feel confident just drilling through a cabinet that's, 3/4 of an inch thick, no problem, go right ahead, knock yourself out. I highly don't suggest it, but if you know everything, go for it. Let me know how that turns out. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and get notification button so you can get all my latest content. So remember, always drill your pilot hole. I'm telling you, it will be the best thing ever. Makes it easier. You don't split the wood. Make sure you mark depth of the screw so you're not drilling through the face. Remember, you drill through the face, you're fucked. You gotta go get a new cabinet door. So a second of just taking your time and putting a piece of tape on it could change a whole world of difference. It could save you $100 to $200. Remember that. All right, so now that our holes are drilled, now we're ready to install the hinges. Now, it's literally as simple as you just, take the small little screw and screwing it on into the two holes. I really don't know what else to say about this. It's pretty much brainless. If you can't do this, there's no hope for you. Do yourself a favor. Call me. I'll charge you $25 a cabinet to install these hinges. Make sure you have a lot of cabinets. I need to make some money. All right, so now our matches are dried. Now we just got to literally cut off the ends, and now we're ready to put on the cabinet door. So we're getting ready to put on the cabinet door. Now this cabinet door is kind of long. You might need 2 people for a cabinet door like this. So if you do, make sure there's somebody handy around that can help you. Literally just need to hold it. The other smaller cabinet door is the one literally behind this one. You could probably handle on your own, but make sure you're all ready, set up, put the screw on the screw gun so you're all ready to just kind of zip it all in together. I like starting from the top because a lot of the weight is held from the top. If you put the bottom screw in first and you happen to let go of the cabinet door, it puts a lot of torque and tension on that screw and you could potentially pull it out. So I would always start from the top and work your way down in any situation. I also don't like screwing all the screws in 100%. I like putting them all in at first, and then I go back and I'll tighten them all up. It's a term of sending them home, so don't send them home all the way. Just put enough so you can still maneuver it. Also, these hinges are designed to be adjusted from that screw. So if for some reason you see right now the cabinet door is not aligned, you loosen them up and you can raise or lower, depending on your situation, the height that you need. So you want to look at that before you actually send everything home. There, I think I got it. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Looks a lot better. Closes a lot better. It's aligned. Let's see how it looks from the other angle. There you go. It looks all aligned. Looks good. Now, open and close the cabinet door a few times. Remember, this is going to get a lot of use, so you want to do it now. Start wear and tearing it, because if it doesn't hold up within the first 2 swings, you might as well redo everything. See, it even closes better too. I think this was a cool little project. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Thanks.